March kicks off the 30th anniversary of Women's History Month, and the Providence Art Club is commemorating that 30th anniversary. So I'd like to welcome David with the Providence Art Club to talk about a special exhibit that kicks off. Well, they already have some stuff that's happening right now, but starting in March, you have a special exhibit. So let's talk a little bit about what's happening at the Providence Art Club. One of the oldest in the country and founded in part by women, which is actually pretty unique.
It is very unique. It's actually a national story. 6 women and 10 men at a time when women weren't allowed to be members of art clubs, let alone exhibit in one.
Wow.
So that makes us unique in the entire country.
David, thank you so much for joining us on Go Local Live, and we're here in the Navigate Credit Union Broadcast Center, so thank you for joining us. So let's talk a little bit about this Making Her Mark, and this exhibit opens, I believe, March 5th, correct?
Yeah, it opens for the public March 5th.
Opens for the public March 5th. So let's talk a little bit about this exhibit and what makes it so special.
Well, you know, a couple of years ago we were thinking about how to celebrate the 30th anniversary of Women's History Month, because women have played an important part of the art club since 1880. And so we thought, well, why not focus on the women founders of the art club and do an exhibit around not only them, but the early women artists of that period, since our story is really unique in the entire country. Women really found it hard getting accepted to exhibit in shows back then. They just weren't treated as equals to men. So in Providence, which actually had a very active art community back then, they decided to get together and form their own art club where they can exhibit. And so on February 19th, which is coming up in 1880, they did just that. So we thought, what a perfect time, 30th anniversary of Women's History Month, to do a show around these founding women and other early artists in Providence at the same time. And so this exhibit really is about 2 years in the making, 137 years late, because it's a story that's never been told.
Really? Never been told?
No, it's been lost in history. Wow. We knew it, but the world doesn't know it, the nation doesn't know it, and we thought, what a perfect time to tell America about this unique role that the Providence Art Club and these women played in the nation's cultural history.
So what goes into putting on a show like this? You said it's been 2 years or so in the making, but really 137 years in the making. How do you even go into doing something like this? I mean, that's huge.
First of all, we said, if we're going to do this, we're going to get the best people to do it. So Kathy Burritt of the Burritt Gallery, who is a national expert in women's art and in art in general, and Nancy Grinnell, who had been the curator of the Newport Art Museum. She's curator emerita. We asked them, and they said yes, they would love to do it. And so they've been working to put the story together. But the interesting thing is, we had to reach out everywhere to get paintings by these women. We have some, but we wanted to have a terrific exhibit. So we've reached out to the Rhode Island Historical Society, the Athenaeum, RISD Museum, Wheeler School, Newport Art Museum, a number of organizations that had these paintings by these women in their collections. So we've been trying to put these all together and the story all together and do more research on the actual women. For example, Rosa Peckham, who was the first secretary of the club and later a vice president, is someone who actually exhibited in 1878 at the Paris Salon.
Wow.
Now, if you can imagine, that is, that was the top place to exhibit, literally in the world. And she had trouble finding places in Boston and nearby in New York to exhibit. So naturally, she decided she was going to be among the founders. So we do a lot of focus on her because she has such an interesting story. And we actually were able to locate her descendants.
Really?
Who gave us a lot more information and actually donated some of her paintings to us, which we restored, and they'll be on display in the exhibit.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
These paintings are breathtaking in their beauty.
Wow. What did they say when you contacted them? Were they Do you know? I mean, I would be. That's just mind blowing.
Yeah.
I mean, what an honor.
Yeah, actually, our archivists did the research on that and visited them. I think they were thrilled. Yeah, it's they knew a lot of the history.
That's neat.
But of course, you know, to them it's just family.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah,
Like,
know.
oh yeah, so and so,
Yeah,
grandma.
but
aunt.
it was. I mean, they were proud of it.
That's true.
But I think that they realize now much more the significance of the national significance, because now we're telling that story. And I think we're going to have people literally from around the country to see this, because we've also gathered some of the women from around the country that are experts in women's art history to have a symposium.
Oh, really? Now
at
tell
the
me about
Providence Art
that.
Club. Well, we've got about a dozen women, an all-day symposium.
Okay.
And it'll be held, actually, we're expecting so many people. We're going to have it across from the art club at the First Baptist Church.
Oh, okay.
And
Hey, that's not bad news.
Yeah.
So many people you have to move
And
it.
of course, people can, you know, easily just come across the street to see the exhibit. And you can find out all of the dates and times and registration at the providenceartclub.org website.
On the website.
Yeah.
And so we've talked a little bit about this, that it really is historic. And why do you think, let's talk a little bit about why this is of national interest. So why do you think this is so important within the nation? I mean, it is history.
It's at the time, women really weren't considered professional painters. And it was a time in America where there were a number of women that were really wanted to be recognized as professional painters. And this is one place where they came together and said, yes, we're going to exhibit here. This is our club. We are professional painters. And it seems like it opened up, it opened up something amongst the community where all of a sudden a number of women joined the art club, exhibited in the art club in the 1880s. And it was a turning point in American history, American art history. And we want people to know that story. We want to tell it by actually showing the works of these early women artists, and also telling the story as you go through the exhibit of what it was like back then, and the trials and tribulations, but also the successes that they had at that time. And so that story continues today at the Providence Art Club. You know, something people don't realize, because we have 4 beautiful historic buildings on the east side. Our galleries have always been open to the public since day one.
I think it is somewhat mysterious. You know, you drive by there and you see, and a lot of people I think do have misconceptions about art clubs, is that, oh, you have to be a member, or there can be barriers. But yeah, many people might not know that open to the public.
Our galleries have always been open to the public since day one, and we're proud of that. But you're right, many people don't know that.
So people are welcome to this exhibit, obviously, if it's open
Absolutely.
to the public.
It's open to the public. The best way to really to see the exhibit and to see the club is to go to our website, providenceartclub.org, and make sure you can register for time and for the different activities that are taking place. We also have a show in April, and we opened it up to women artists throughout the country.
Really?
And we were very pleasantly surprised when we got nearly 1,000 entries from around the country.
All over the country.
Now, from this, Catherine Catt, who is the curator at the Women's Art History Museum in Washington, is the curator of this. And she's going to have the tough job.
Yeah, how do you pick and choose?
Selecting them. But what a great thing to get almost 1,000 entries from around the country. So that'll be the whole month of April at the Providence Art Club. And I think that is going to be a terrific show. So we'll see the history and also make it relevant to what's happening today in women's art.
I think that's really exciting and encouraging as we move forward into today, that we're seeing not only, like you said, the history, but what's happening now and keeping it current. And it's encouraging to see that women are still taking place, especially now that Women's History Month is kicking off, to see that there are people out there still making a difference, and you get to see how people have made a difference in making it possible for these women's artists to have their work on display.
These were the pioneers in women's art in the United States, and we're proud of that role that they played, and we're proud of the role that the Providence Art Club played in making that story.
Great. Well, David, thank you so much for
My
joining us.
pleasure.
I really appreciate your time, and thank you so much. If you want more information on making her mark or any more on the Providence Art Club, you can check out their website at
providenceartclub.org.
and we'll have a link on our website as well. So again, thank you so much
This
for
was
joining
fun.
us. It was fun.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming over
Well,
today.
you make sure you come
Really
to see
appreciate
the exhibit.
I would love to. And yeah, here's a little pamphlet. I was looking at some of the artwork that you had on the website today. Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
Just stunning. Just some of this work. So, and really neat that it's all women here. I mean, just makes me again proud to live in this